Jada Pinkett, man, stop the cap, man. Stop the cap, Jada. Lord have mercy, leave Tupac out of this. God, everybody can see through your BS, man. You only using Pac name because he recently, Pac is recently back in the news because allegedly we found people that were connected in the murder. Why are you using Pac to sell your book? That's the only reason why you talking about him right now. Man, leave Pac alone, man. R.I.P. to Tupac Shakur, man. And everybody can see through your boy BS. And I said that yesterday. I made a video yesterday saying that Jada Pinkett went to all the smoke, the smoke podcast, whatever, with them niggas over there, and trying to get all the emotional, talking about she went to go visit Tupac and Tupac proposed to her in jail and all this. I'm like, why are you telling these stories? Nobody cares. We don't like you, Jada. You a manipulator, you a liar, you a evil. We don't like you. I know I don't like you. You've been embarrassing Will Smith for the longest. But anyway, let's get to the video. In this video, now I don't know if this is true, but there's a person on YouTube that pretty much did their due diligence. They did their research to see if what Jada Pinkett said was correct. So y'all let me know, because I ain't doing all that research and stuff, but this individual did the actual timeline of how could Tupac propose to Jada Pinkett Smith when the math ain't mathin'. So let's check it out.
In hopes to promote her latest book, Worthy. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Name is sensitive.
It's lying, and I have the timeline to prove it. Jada is currently on her Pay Attention to Me tour, and she is making all these wild claims, including that Tupac proposed to her while he was at Rikers. Really? The math isn't mathing, so let's take a look. Tupac was convicted of sexual assault charges on February 8th, 1995. From there, he was sent to Rikers prison, only to be transferred less than a month later to Clinton Correctional Facility. And she specifically said she went to see him. This was not on the phone.
When I go to see him in Rikers, probably one of the more painful parts. Seeing him there, the conditions.
Shut up! Nobody want to hear you talk.
That he was in and having to leave him there.
Well, so prior to going into Rikers, Tupac already had a girlfriend named Keisha. He proposed to Keisha, her words.
Keisha had a baby, huh? No, it was Brenda got a baby.
The September 2011 interview. He proposed to Keisha before he even went into prison. They were already engaged. They got married in April. And in the time that he got sentenced and was taken to prison, Keisha actually moved closer to be by him and be by the prison and saw him on a near daily basis.
When he asked me to get married, he was at Rikers.
So you're telling me that in the 3 to 4 week window that he was at Rikers, engaged to another woman who had moved closer to the prison and was there almost every day, Tupac proposed to Jada. But hey, Jess, you might be saying to yourself, Tupac wasn't known to be a one-woman man. He was no angel. Fair enough. Let's see where Jada was during February of 1995, which was, as we've already established, the only time she would have been able to see Tupac at Rikers since he was only there for less than a month. See, Jada had already met Will Smith in 1994 on the set of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but Will Smith was married, so nothing happened between them. But in February of 1995, Will Smith was served divorce papers by his wife. 5 days.
Look, man, one thing about the internet, people will do their research. People will do their research to see if you got cap in your rap. People will do their research and do their homework to see if what you say is valid or invalid. And it seems like baby girl right here did her research. Shout out to this young lady. Now, I don't know if she's telling the truth or not, but I'm gonna believe her. Yeah, I sure am. I'm gonna take her word for it because I don't like Jada Pinkett Smith. Yep, I said it. She only doing this because she's writing a book. Tupac, his trial is about to come up, and this is about to be one of the biggest trials in history in ever. So not only is she using Will Smith, she's also using a man that hasn't been here over 20, 30 years.
Days later, on February 19th, Will called Jada and said, "Are you single?" And she said, "Yep." Will said, we're together now. Jada said, cool. And she immediately flew to LA. She flew so immediately that when he called her, she was in Maryland at a brand new house she bought. And she never spent a single night in her new house. That's how immediately she flew to LA. You know, when, in all that time, did you visit Tupac at Rikers and get this fucking proposal? And for the record, Keisha and Tupac stayed married for about 10 months. They got their marriage annulled about 4 or 5 months after Tupac was released from prison. He was bailed out by Suge Knight. It wasn't long after that he met Jada Jones. Jada Jones is the daughter of legendary Quincy Jones. Jada looks a little recognizable. You may know her sister, Rashida Jones, who played Karen on The Office. Jada and Tupac were living together and engaged when Tupac was shot and killed. Jada was the one that was there with him at the hospital the night he died. Jada was handed his bloody clothes. She was the one who told him, we all love you, before he slipped into a coma and never woke up. Keisha spoke with Tupac several days before he died, because even though their marriage was annulled, they still remained good friends. And I can't help but notice that all of the women who are actually part of his life in a meaningful way are the ones that have just kept quiet. They've kept silent. They've kept their memories to themselves and not tried to use a dead man as their limelight. And
Woo! I like that part right there. I like that part right there. The women that were actually in his life, that meant something to him, that actually had a relation, they've been quiet. They not on a Cry Me a River tour. They not on a Buy My Book tour. They not on a All Eyes on Me tour. Cause that's what Jada Pinkett wants. She want all eyes on her. She is using this man to sell her book. How pathetic is this woman? This woman is pathetic.
And the person who's squawking about him the most is making claims that can't even be verified and don't make sense from the perspective of a verifiable timeline.
So many people in that position don't have support.
Right.
Man, shut up! You over here meat gobbling her. Yeah, shut up!
None at all.
None. You know, and
he did get the best, but not from Jada, because per Will Smith's own words, that him and Jada were pretty much humping all over the world. They were traveling constantly from the first 3 months they were together, all over the world. So Tupac did get some great support, I imagine, from his wife, who moved closer to be with him and visited him every day. And why do I care? Because I'm Gen X, and like any good Gen X person, I grew up on Tupac. We all remember this going down. We all remember where we were when we heard that Tupac got shot or that he died. We all had this fucking hat for poetic justice. We're all just sitting here watching Jada spout these lies, being like, do you think no one remembers? Because we all remember. Pepperidge Farm remembers, Jada.
Shout out to that young lady for doing her research and doing her due diligence. Now, once again, I ain't about to do all that homework, but I'm going to believe her just off of GP. Just because Jada Pinkett Smith is a little evil, a little bald-headed, little Eminem, you know? She looked like a oversucked Skittle. Do y'all know how Skittles look when you suck that coat off? That's what Jada's Pinkett bald head look like. But anyway, y'all leave a comment down below and y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Do you think Jada Pinkett Smith is capping about Tupac being engaged? I think she's a cap. I think she definitely capping, man. So other than that, man, it's your boy Damn D. I'm signing out. Peace.